If you are wondering why your application has been rejected, this could be the reason why. Based on my interaction with professors who have served in different admission committees, in this video, I will share with you 6 reasons why your application may have been rejected by different US universities. One of the reasons why your application may be rejected by the university could be resources. For example, a department that has only a class of capacity of 30 students cannot admit students more than 30, right? Or maybe the department has, for example, for those who are applying for a doctoral program, if they have funding for just 10 students, they cannot admit students more than 10. That means they're going to scrutinize all their applications to make sure that they select only the best of the best 10 students from the applications. So this may not be your, it may not be your fault that you are not admitted, or maybe that you got the rejection. It's just because the program or the department does not have the capacity to admit more than 10 or more than the required quota they are supposed to admit. The second reason why your application is rejected is because of your academic credentials. Most times, programs have a particular number of students they want to admit. And if they receive so many applications, more than the required number, they have to screen out these applications by using different measures. One of the measures is by using GPA. So when your GPA is not up to the required GPA, your application will be screened out. And that does not mean there is no hope for you for being admitted into a master's or a PhD program in the US or Canadian university. You still have hope. It's just that the program which you applied or the university which you applied, they don't have, they have so many applications, more than the required number of students they want to admit. So obviously, different measures have to be applied in order to reduce this number, and also for them to review the applicants they will be able to select for admission into their program. The third reason why your application could be rejected is incomplete application package. Some students, yes, you may have a first class, that you may have the research abilities and the research skills, everything that they need. But once your application package is not complete, maybe you are losing one of the essays that you were told to submit, or maybe you are required to submit an evaluated transcript, but you submitted your original transcript, or you are required to submit 3 letters of recommendation and one of your recommenders didn't submit theirs. That makes it 2. Then you are missing 1. So these little things could actually lead to your rejection when you apply for your master's or PhD program in the US. So you have to be very very vigilant when you are doing your application process, because these things actually count. You may think they are not necessary. They are necessary, because once they said you must have a complete application before you get admitted into the program, they stick to these rules. Don't feel like, oh, maybe there could be hundreds of applicants and they may not be able to scrutinize yours very well. They basically actually look through your application package to make sure that you have everything required for them to actually review your application. Because once you have a missing document, your application won't even be reviewed, not to talk about giving you admission. So you have to really keep an eye on all the documents required for the admission process. The fourth one is a weak statement of purpose. Your statement of purpose basically tells the admission committee who you are, your academic achievements, the research skills you have developed, everything about you that will make you successful in that program. That is what your statement of purpose actually highlights. And if you cannot, in your statement of purpose, highlight those abilities, tell the reader who you are and why they should admit you into that program, then it may be, that could be a reason why you got a rejection, because they could not really see you as a potential in that program, because no program wants to admit students who will not be a success. Everybody wants a success. And that's why your statement of purpose needs to be a compelling and convincing statement of purpose, that when someone reads your statement of purpose, they are so much intrigued to know more about you. They want to work with you. They want to have you in their community, in their program, because they know you're a success. So make sure when you are writing your statement of purpose, make sure that you write a compelling statement of purpose that will get you the admission offer that you want. The fifth reason why you get rejection from any program you apply to in any U.S. university is when your research area is not aligned with any professor within the program. And that is why it's very, very necessary that when you are applying to any program, make sure you do your research to see if your research area is aligned with any professor within that program. Because once they don't have anyone who could actually supervise or even coach you within your research interest, it's very difficult for them to actually admit you into that program. Because when they admit you, that means they don't really have the resources to actually impact knowledge or improve your skill and educate you on your research interest. So you have to do this research prior to applying into that program. Make sure your research has aligned with at least one professor within that program, because that will actually give you an edge when it comes to admission evaluation. Finally, if they don't see any academic progression, for example, if you studied nursing in your bachelor's degree and you want to study computer science in your master's, and there is no justification why you want to study computer science in your master's, maybe when you finished your nursing degree, your work experience were all based in in nursing practice, and you've never actually had any certification or even any training or work experience in anything IT, they don't really see any reason why you should do a master's in computer science. There is no progression in that. So that could actually lead to your rejection, right? So if you did a nursing in your bachelor's degree and maybe find yourself for 2-3 years working in IT industry, yes, your work experience can actually justify why you want to progress from that work experience to gain a degree in that work experience in computer science, in information technology, or any other IT related courses. That is a justification. So, but if you don't have any academic progression from where you are based on your degree and the degree you want to obtain, and there's no relationship, then it will be difficult for them to admit you into their program, because they don't really see any academic progression from that. So you need to actually make sure that any course or any program you're applying to, that there is a relationship, that you have experience either based on academic experience or work experience. Make sure that you have an experience, at least a background knowledge that will help you succeed in that program you're applying to. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like and share with your network, your friends, your relatives, and your family members who are interested in studying abroad, or maybe they're actually in their application process. Please share this information with them, and I know they will appreciate you for that. I will appreciate you for it too. And I see you guys in my next video.